Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a match between Leenock and GuMiho here on Romanticide, the latter edition from EPT Asia number 81. This replay is from Pig. He cast this tournament. And go ahead and follow him on Twitch if you so desire. He's an Australian, he's an excellent caster, he's very funny and very knowledgeable. And let him know that Falcon sent you if you attend one of his streams. Bottom right, we have GuMiho from Psystorm Gaming. I wonder if he's going to go mech this game. Top left corner, we have the Blue Zerg player. It is Leenock, the legendary Leenock. He started competing at age 15 in StarCraft 2. He took games off of Nada. He six-pulled him back in 2010. Nada, in case you're not familiar, was an excellent, incredible Brood War player and a very, very excellent StarCraft 2 player as well. He bridged the gap, alright? He took a game off Marine King. He qualified for the inaugural season of Code S back in 2011. Artosis and Tacelin have praised Leenock as a player with unlimited potential. His total earnings lifetime is $288,000, and his nickname is Leenocktopus. Woo! Okay, so he's getting a little bit older these days, and not quite living up to the lofty praise that Tastosis had for him. But holy smokes, I'm excited to see what he's going to do here against GuMiho. 16, 18, 17, here from Leenock, Reaper scouting. Well, SCV scouting for the Reaper. And yeah, so far it's just a pretty darn standard TVZ. Hit that like button if you're excited to see what GuMiho is going to do against the legendary Leenock. And if you're just excited to see what Leenock is up to in 2021, then hold on to your hats, hit that like button, and let's see what's going to happen here. Hey, look, it is a factory from GuMiho. He's not going for a 2-racks opening, not a 2-1-1. This Reaper's name is Reaper of Astora, as a Reaper on a mission to find his very own son. I don't know what that's a reference to. Reaper of Astora. It's not Reaper, it's Repair. It's like French, of Astora. So very standard stuff here. GuMiho, save us from the standard TVZ. Ooh, I do love that you're blocking this third with the Reaper. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, no, maybe, but okay, never mind. We're not at all. We're hopping in the main base, get a more better scout off. See if there's a lair coming up or anything like that, and there's definitely not. And actually, did we skip? No, we got speed for Zerg. Oh, it just got started. Speed for Zerglings. I was gonna say, did we skip that upgrade? But no, we did not. It's on its way now, and it's proxy starport from GuMiho. Yes. All right. I'm excited for this. I love it when professionals proxy. We do see it a lot in the cheese compilations, which are not generally considered high level. Right, but for the professionals to do it is just, it's magnifique. It is excellent. I'm very excited to see what we get here out of this proxy starport. So just regular Hellion stuff. Oh, this Overlord. This Overlord, though. Oh my gosh, you didn't see it. So proxy Liberator. That's going to be fast Liberator before Spore Timing. Spore Timing is generally about 5.5 minutes against Terran. That's when you want to get those spores in your mineral lines, but this is going to show up much sooner than that, which means the Liberator is going to be very hard to deal with. Reaper ends up getting 0 kills, but does some nice harass, and I was going to meet up with the Hellion buddies and get some free shots off, I guess, on this hatchery, because that's a good use of your time, guys. Like, trying to kill this hatchery with 2 Hellions and a Reaper. I guess any damage is good damage, but you're not killing anything, I guess, is the concern. More Hellions, more Hellions, more Hellions, and walling off with supply depots at the front here is GuMiho. Where my Liberator is at. Here it is. And yeah, we're still not even close to Spore Timings here. Hellions getting shoved away. We do have Le Liberateur cruising on in. I don't know what that word is in French. I'm assuming it's not Liberateur, but it sounds good to say it that way. So yeah, look at this. 420. A Liberator is here. Let's see how long it takes Leenock to recognize what's happening. Oh, instant recognition. Loses 1 drone. That was really good placement. And then the Queen comes up. Nice. Hellions going for it because you're distracted in the main base a little bit, but there are enough lings to clean this up. And yeah. Hellions going down. KDA charge knocks everybody back, but no. The Reaper ends up getting killed too. And that is a retreat position there. Oh, did get the Queen. Try to get the Queen into position to snipe it, but no. Couldn't do it. Medevac 1 out. Medevac 2 coming soon. And that Liberator... Okay, so the Liberator sets up a Defender mode circle here so it doesn't get an F2A moved elsewhere. Which, again, that's the reason they do that, but it makes me feel like, come on. This is like GuMiho. He's going to F2A move sometime later? Maybe, I guess. Alright. That's a pretty good Hellion attack. 6 drones go down. Are we meching? We are meching, ladies and gentlemen. Is it the race car mech is the question. We have not seen mech versus Zerg in some time. I'm very, very excited for this. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get out of GuMiho. It does to me feel like with the number of Hellions he's producing, that doesn't tell us anything though, right? A bunch of Hellions just tells us it's mech, but whether it's race car mech or traditional mech, they fit into both. So we got a bit of a Hellbat attack here at about 5.5 minutes. Of course we have an armory because we're going mech. That queen's going to die. Run, queen! Are you faster? Oh, the Hellbat's not quite splitting in time for those Baneling hits. Ling's jumping on top. 1 Hellbat dies, but that's about it. 2 are very injured, but a queen gets roasted and toasted to death. Another queen likely going to die, but another Hellbat goes down. What are the trades here? Hellions, oh my gosh. Leenock is just getting absolutely picked apart. Although that's another dead Hellion. Oh, and another dead Hellion. 11 more drones have been killed. We're at 18 drones killed in 6.5 minutes. This is some of the best harass we've seen in a ZVT in some time. GuMiho is sort of kicking butt right now. Okay, he's making a Thor and he's making a Cyclone. So, Thors belong to more traditional, slower, powerful mech. Cyclones belong to the faster, less powerful mech, newer style, right? So I'm curious to see what we get. Maybe it's just one Cyclone to deal with this Overlord, and then we're double pumping Thors after that. Seems entirely possible. Is Leenock educated? Is he up to date on how to deal with mass Thor, mass traditional mech from your enemy Terran? Because if he's not, it's going to look real bad. If he is up to date on it, I feel good about this from him. I'm not sure that there's a great answer. Like, there's not a viable way for Terrans to go mech against Zergs who know what they're doing against it, you know? Nice little run by, but does get cleaned up. Starport decides to head on home. And the 4th base is coming up the 12 o'clock position. So, Thor drops. Okay, I like this. We're heading up to the north. They're probably going to try to force a cancel on that 4th base with the Thor drops. Which works for me, honestly. I think that's pretty fantastic. Roach is in production. We do have a handful of Mutalisks out, which... I don't know. I mean, are they going to be enough here with these 2 Thors? Yeah, I think that's a cancel. I mean, the amount of damage Hellbats do is always higher than expected. And okay, so that's a cancel, and GuMiho's 3rd base is rolling. Banelings do crash into a bunch of these Hellbats, thinning their numbers substantially. Which means that the Roaches are going to be a little bit better here. I like this. I like this a lot. Meanwhile, Mutas are doing some harass on the other side of the map. Trying to control in 2 places at once here, and then the Cyclone shows up and kills a Mutalisk. And it's time for the Mutas to get out. Cyclones are a pretty good answer. They don't do bonus damage to Mutas, but Mutas are so flimsy that any damage to them is good damage. 4th base replacement for Leenock coming in down here to the south. Boom. Boom. Yeah, and see, if you have the Medevacs, then the Zerglings can't surround them. You can pick them up and get them out of there. And the Lings can't get that full surround. Also, Roaches can't do anything about this. The Mutas are like harassing a little bit, but then you come up to this high ground, and alright, that's a good spot to be against these Roaches. Meanwhile, Hellions killing more drones. So this is traditional mech, man. If you don't remember, this is how traditional mech was played back in Heart of the Swarm. It was just a lot of harassment, a ton of harassment, a lot of drones killed. Oh, these Baneling, terrible trades, like horrible, really bad trades on these Banelings. Wow. Leenock is sort of getting picked apart right now. He's doing the Roach thing. He's doing the Roach Ravager thing. All right, so he's up 144 to 141 supply. He's got a bigger army, but again, the cost effectiveness of mech means that it can have a smaller army and still win battles against lower cost effectiveness in the armies of the opponent. Income advantage, bouncing back and forth here, technically on the Leenock side, but we're moving down into a GuMiho section of the advantage right now. More of the Cyclones coming in. So This is interesting. We've got a couple Thors, but mostly it is going to be the Cyclones and the Hellions. So this is a little bit harder to deal with. This... harder. Definitely harder to deal with. You definitely want some fungal with this group. Because look what they can do. They can chase you down. And the Cyclones I was going to say, the Cyclones don't really need to take any damage from Roaches ever. They outrange them by a country mile. Look at this. Just healing through. Banshee getting some free damage in there as well. Oh! Baneling explosion too at the third base. Was that a medevac that just got killed by Corrosive Pile? That should honestly never ever happen. So, GuMiho just lost a bunch of SCVs, 14 of them to 24 now. So it's even on worker count lost, 24 to 24. Mutas are here to chase away the Banshees. Get out of here. Leave our Roaches and our Ravagers alone. It's not their fault. It's not their fault they can't shoot up. Got ourselves some creep tumors pushing to the north, trying to reestablish that 12 o'clock because the 5th base is Leenock. But this is the 4th base from GuMiho that's already done. And upgrading to, oh, an orbital. He's not planetarying up his 4th base. That's interesting to me. That's usually what we see. That's what the pattern is. But, So, Roach, Ravager, Baneling. This seems to be the order of the day here for Leenock. And I'm not sure that I entirely agree with it. Because, once again, the Cyclones, they just outrange you by forever. And they're faster than your Roaches. And they're faster than your Ravagers. And they can dodge your Corrosive Piles pretty easily. But if that's all you're going to do, you need fungals, man. You need Vipers to abduct these Cyclones into your Roach Ravager ball and just whittle the Cyclone count down. Because once the Cyclones are dead, the Hellions are not a problem. They're just not. And if there aren't enough Hellions, then Ling Surrounds are insanely good against Cyclones too. So that might be something that Leenock could go for here. This is honestly, is it enough Hellions to make Lings not worth it in this situation? And maybe. Also, a surround with Banelings can be pretty good, but surrounding an elite player like that and catching them unawares is not easy. Not easy to do. So far, both players have taken their licks. These Mutas are trying to get as much damage as they can, considering I don't think Leenock's going to make any more Mutalisks today whatsoever. So let's see. He was 15 when he competed in GOM TV's 2010 Sony Ericsson StarCraft 2 Open Season 2. So he was 15 10 years ago. He's 25, 26 now. Poof. Time gets away from all of us, yo. So there's your infestation pit. I like it for the Vipers, probably. Getting Hyperflight Rotors. Here is GuMiho for his 4 Banshees. Okay, so he's going to have a Banshee hit squad, which is pretty fantastic. Another engagement here, and just it's so hard for Zerg to pin down these Cyclones, although those are free Hellbats. They're being controlled very poorly there, alright? I mean, I know they're not Cyclones, but they're pretty useful. Okay. It's cool. 3 more Thors in production. So yeah, this is a hybrid. This is kind of some interesting, weird hybrid mech thing with fast Cyclones, but slow things like Thors and tanks, too. Oh, they're getting pinned in here just a little bit. Oh, the surround! Oh, I didn't think we'd get there, but bam, Leenock managed to surround hard. These Banshees are still in the house, though, and they'd like to get some damage done if they are allowed. Thank you very much. 25 Mutalisks in production, though. Oh, my. Well, this ground army is getting absolutely obliterated by these Banshees. These 25 Mutalisks are going to have to do some work here. What does the anti-air look like? It is 3 Thors and 3 Widow Mines. And I guess turrets. There's literally nothing else that can shoot up. So, alright. Giant Mutaflock, where are you? Oh, I'm just kind of blindly running into spines. That's not great either, GuMiho. Where, here? Here it is, Le Mutaflock. Music is appropriately ominous for this moment. And alright, you have enough to deal with this. My gosh, they obliterate missile turrets so fast. This main base is in trouble. I mean, if you're trying to respond to this with Thors, they're so slow. Abusing the immobility of these Thors. And, oh, trying to kill the Cyclones. While taking hits from everything, though. Yeah, no. It's a back out situation. These Banshees, meanwhile, wiping out the 4th base. Sure, if you have Banshees in these numbers and Hyperflight Rotors that can run away, you can kill hatcheries, man. They got it. They got it. And they are spared because there's no detection here. Wow. Okay, so resources lost 18,000 for Leenock and 12,000 for GuMiho. Again, the cost efficiency of the mech is real. Trying to get a lurker den out here is Leenock at about 15 minutes. We've got the Banshees just casually 5 kills, 9 kills. The mutas do get one of them, but the Thors were here to rebuff that Mutalisk attack. Trying to wipe out some of these spines, but catching some Mutalisk hits at the same time. Cyclone Army on the left side. Oh man, Leenock is getting picked apart here. He's getting picked apart right now. What is this crazy mech strat? This is literally Cyclone, Banshee, Thor, Hellion. That's not a strategy. Who came up with this? Dude, this hatch is dead too. Leenock, I think he's done. Is he done? He still has 74 workers. But he just lost 3 hatcheries in very quick succession. See, this is what happens to Cyclones when they can't run. That Banshee got wiped out too, but man, this Thor group is still aggressively marching in here. The mutas can't handle this. There aren't enough mutas for that. There's only 10. Siege Tank Thor. Here we go. The mutas are trying to magic box, but there are just too many Thors. And sure, one of the Thors is going to die, but man, good game. GuMiho gets that win in 16.5 minutes with, again, the mechs. Look at this. Look at what he made today. He made exactly, how many Marines? A Marine. Okay, 1 Marine today. The rest of it was Hellions, Hellbats, Cyclones, Liberators, Tanks, Thors, Widowmines, and Banshees. What a crazy strat. Those Banshees got so much work done. They whittled down bases to where Leenock's production was not very good at all. Killed a bunch of drones too, 38, but it was really the 4 hatcheries killed that were the larger deal here today. I mean, yeah, I keep saying this, but it really shocks me to see how many Korean Zerg players don't know how to handle mech, whether it's a race car or traditional variety, right? You get up a giant lurker ball, you have to be active with it on the map, right? You need to be kind of shadowing your mech enemy wherever they are, and then you go ahead and abduct using Vipers. No Vipers today, big miss from Leenock. Abducting Cyclones and abducting Thors and abducting tanks into that lurker ball and destroying them. Or, you know, if you want to have a Roach Ravager style army instead, then sure, do that. Right? You abduct a Cyclone or a Thor into a group of Roach Ravager, it's going to die. Mech gets its power from its mass, from the number of units in a ball, right? If it's only 1, it's easy to handle. Viper, good unit. And the fact that Leenock seems entirely unable to use Vipers in the situation, really, I don't understand it. I don't understand how somebody so talented as Leenock just doesn't know how to do this. And again, he's an absolute stud. He was a GSL finalist at 16 years old. 16 years old, okay? He defeated MMA, Idra, Huck MVP, and Naniwa as, yes, MMA and MVPs also being coded as GSL champions to make it to the finals. He has such a storied past. And yet I don't know. I don't know what is with these Korean Zergs who just seem so stubborn and so unwilling to change their strategies. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. So, anywho, let's go ahead and check out the final score here. 28,000 losses for resources for Leenock, 18,000 from GuMiho. And that is not putting GuMiho down, right? GuMiho is an excellent, excellent Terran player. He knows how to play this style very, very well. But I just feel like it wouldn't look so good if Leenock just used some Vipers. I don't know. Let me in the comments, or let me know in the comments if I'm off of base here. But, whew. That was just dead impressive. Matt, my goodness. I don't know what else to say. GuMiho, you're a beast. You're an absolute beast. All right, cool. So that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.